Okay, so this week's review is going to be a little different. Last week I did like an overview. This week I'm thinking I'm going to do a day-to-day because, you know, sometimes you forget things when you try to wait till the end of the week, so we're going to try that. So today is Monday, October the 2nd, 2023. So today I did backing maneuvers this morning with my trainer. So we did 45s, 90s from your blind spot. So this is different backing maneuvers, straight back. This is different backing maneuvers, and I thought it went pretty well. Of course, I'm still trying to figure out the tank trailer because I believe it's a 48. However, to me, it kind of moves like a pup, like a 36, but not as fast. It's faster than a van. Excuse me, it's slower than a van, but not as fast as a pup. So, you know, I'm trying to work through that to figure out the best way to back it up. But I'm figuring it out, and it is going well. So that's what I did this morning. This afternoon, I was supposed to go on a drive. However, I had a flat tire, so we had to get that fixed. That took not too long, but it took up some of my driving time. So I did go driving, but I think I was only able to do like an hour and a half. And so tomorrow the plan is to drive all day. But other than that, today went well. Like I said, we just did backing, and I did some driving in the afternoon, and I was satisfied. I think my trainer is surprised that I can get things in the hole, but he doesn't. I think he forgets that the job I had before this, when I was CDL trainee with a food service company, that's all we did is park the trailers. So we gassed them, we washed out the trailers, we obviously pulled out the parking spot, and then we had to take them to another parking spot to get ready to go to the docks for one thing. And then once they got finished with the dock, that dock, you had to drive down the street and take it to someplace else and get it loaded. And then if you were the person, you would take it to this other place so the drivers can pick it up. You had to park it there too. So a lot of baking was done in that position. So I'm not scared to back anything up. I feel very confident about certain things. The only thing I don't have a lot of experience when it comes to backing is like blindside backing. So I'm open to that, and I'm still getting used to driving a tanker. So, you know, I'm still figuring out like how does she move. But I really think she's slower than like a 53 footer, but she's not as fast as a pup. So she's like right in the middle. She's not a 48, but I don't know. We're working it out. No complaints. Today was a good day. See you tomorrow. Okay, so we did not do our daily updates like we said. You know, sounding good, but it just didn't happen. Nonetheless, today is Sunday again. The last review I made was for Monday. So on Monday, obviously I drove, and then okay, so on Tuesday I drove again. I think that we started backing that morning, and then we drove around Houston and the surrounding areas in the afternoon. However, last week it was raining a lot, so you know, we got some practice driving in the rain, you know, and driving in that Houston traffic. It wasn't that bad. However, I know I was driving at times where most people probably were at work, or like early in the morning, or like right in the afternoon before like the kids got out of school. So that's what we did on Tuesday, Wednesday. We drove and did some more backing, and then on Thursday we went out with a different trainer than our driver trainer, so that we can get tested out of week 2. I guess it's the driving phase, not sure what it's called, but nonetheless we tested out. And they give you like a card to say that you tested with so and so on such and such date, you drove in a tank, and how long you drove, like how many miles did you drive, and you get to keep that for your records. So that was cool. It was you know, you get a little nervous because this is not the person you've been driving with all week, but nonetheless it was a cool route. I had a cool person, so that was fine. I'm actually getting more and more comfortable driving because I could back up, but when it comes to driving, that's what my driver trainer said. He was like, you don't have any problems backing up, but when it's time to drive, he was like, you're not a bad driver, but I still drive slow. Like I'm still a rookie. Like I'm like a rookie, you know. So when it's time to drive, I want to drive under the speed limit, like 10 under the speed limit. If I could go 15 under the speed limit, that's what I'm gonna try to do. You know, I don't want to drive fast or whatever, so he's always encouraging me to drive faster, and I'm like, I don't really know. But you know, it's getting better and better. I'm way more comfortable driving than what I was before I came here. Like, this version of my driving compared to what I used to be, like in May, we've come light years. So I'm getting more and more comfortable, you know, driving. So that's that on that. So Friday and Saturday was unloading days. So Friday we learned how to pump unload, and that's when you actually use the pump on your tractor to unload product. And then they give you like a sheet to give you the 12 steps that Schneider wants you to do. Of course, you have your hand out. You do. They give you a demo. They walk you through it. You do it a couple of times by yourself, and then you show your efficiency as much as you can. On Saturday, we did air unload. So that one has 12 steps as well, but to me, I like pump better. Maybe it was because that was the first one. Nonetheless, there's a lot of going up and down that trailer, child. So my. But it's not hot right now. It's starting to cool off, so that's really good. Anyway, that's what we did on Friday and Saturday. We did the unloads, and then after you show them that, hey, I'm able to grasp some of these concepts of the unloading process, you get a bag. So in this bag, this big girl, in there you have your rubber boots, you get some of your hazmat suits, some more gloves, goggles, some things that you're gonna need to do your job, some more PPE. That's what you're getting there, some more PPE. And then I got information on meeting with my TE. So TE is a training engineer. That's who I'm gonna go with, somebody that's local to Houston, and he's gonna show me his route, and you know how they do. So yeah, he called me today, matter of fact. So I'll be with him for the rest of the week. So hopefully I can really check out everything. We might have to do it over again. We shall see. But nonetheless, this week was really good. So again, you drive for 4 days. Yeah, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 5 days. So you drive for 5 days. With your driver trainer, on that last day you get with another trainer so you can test out of that phase, and then that's when you'll go to the unloading, and you'll, you know, show your proficiency, and then you'll get your black bag with your other PPE in them, and we moving on to week 3. So that was week 2. Week 2 is cool. I'm here for it. Hopefully next week goes as smooth. I'm a little nervous because, you know, somebody new. We actually have to produce, you know what I'm saying? So I think we have to drive 80%. So that's gonna be exciting. I'm definitely gonna let the young man know that, you know, I'm still driving slow like Miss Daisy, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Check in with y'all later. Here's my week 3 review of Schneider National. So on Sunday, I was off. Very grateful to the people. Monday, I met with my TE. He's a local driver in Houston. So on Monday, we met, and then we went to a couple of plants to get loaded. So we went to one place, and then we had to drop it off to another facility, and then pick up another trailer, and then we got that one loaded at the first facility, and then we went back and dropped that trailer, which was loaded. So 2 trailers, we got 2 trailers loaded, and took them to a facility. And then I think we just did dropped the dirty trailer at the tank wash or something like that. I did drive a portion of the day, but that was cool for our first day. I wasn't complaining about anything. Second day, we went back to that first plant that we went to on Monday, and we got loaded. We took that trailer to another facility and dropped it. Then we went to the rail yard, and we had to get some chassis. We had to get 2 of them. I did drive a portion of that day as well. Yesterday was kind of long. I think we started at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I think I got back like after 6, if my memory serves me correctly. But nonetheless, we did do a couple of things that were different from Monday. It was fine. Today's Wednesday. We started, I think we started at 6 today too. But anyway, we got off at a decent time today. We went to so we went to Grove, Texas, and we went to, I think it's either called Total or Total facility, and we unloaded some product there. We had an escort with us. We had to do a watch and safety video so we can get a card. I believe that card is good for a year if we ever come back to that facility. It was my trainer's first time going to that facility, so we had to figure out, like, where do we go? The navigation had us going to one area, which was the parking lot, and then we found out, we had to go down the street, around the corner. It was fine. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. Nonetheless, so yeah, we had to do that. The unload was an air unload, so of course, your first day where you have to produce, you're like, but so I was grateful that my trainer was there with me. So that was interesting because the tank that we were unloading into had some product in it. So the person who was our escort, he also was watching us with the unload, and he was kind of nervous about, I felt that he was a little nervous about us. I don't want to say us, but he didn't want the tank to overflow is the short version. And so he kept watching us, making us stop. So, kind of let the product settle. So that was interesting. We were either going to have to put the extra product in the it's something called a tote, or he just didn't want us to leave with any product. So anyway, we ended up working it out. We were able to get all the product in the tank that was provided to us, and it was interesting. It was interesting because it was our my first air unload. So it's different when you're doing it in training, where we just pumped something safe. In training, it's in the perfect world, but in the real world, you kind of have to maneuver a little differently. So it was interesting to see my trainer kind of figure out what he needed to do to get this get this unload done in a timely manner safely. So that was cool. We left Grove, Texas, and then we went back to Houston to pick up a trailer. We decided to do something with the tank wash. We got our hoses washed and things like that. So that my first tank wash, where I actually had to drop off a hose and see what the procedure was. And then we went to Sugarland. Now I don't know if that's a city or a suburb, I don't know. Nonetheless, I think it's the south side of Houston, I don't know. But nonetheless, we went after we left Houston, we went to Sugarland, or that area, and we just dropped a clean empty trailer, and then we picked up a dirty trailer and we took it back to the OC. So today wasn't bad. I drove to Sugarland, however it's pronounced. I drove there and back, dropped the trailer. Of course, another thing too is when you're backing when you're backing in training, you got a lot of space to do what you need to do, which is what I'm used to. But then when I've noticed when you get to the facilities, the areas are smaller. So I don't know, I just kind of feel like it's not like you got to learn how to beg all over again, but learning how to get into the spot without all this space. So that's an interesting, I don't know if interesting is the right word, but nonetheless, that's what we're working with today. So tomorrow we're supposed to meet at 7, I believe. I'm not sure what's on his workflow, but we'll figure it out. He's really cool. He doesn't talk a lot. He really doesn't talk. So I'm cool with that. Honestly, it kind of allows you to focus on driving when it's my turn, and it just gives you a mental break. So nonetheless, he's very nice. I feel like he's very knowledgeable. He's very patient. So I'm liking this version of the process, or this portion of the process. Next week, I'm supposed to go with another TE. I'm not sure if that's still in the works or not, but we're gonna finish this week out strong. And yeah, so I'll check back in tomorrow, or I'll give you guys a update for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. See you then.